Hey guys, how you doing? Good news is that hopefully you're all going to be back at the hub soon, like next week. That's going to be super exciting for me. So uh, I'm very happy about that. Um, it's Tuesday, which means we have to do a little bit of circus focused around you guys. So let's crack into that. Hopefully you've been following along these last couple of weeks. So you've been working along with your handstands, you've working along with your juggling, you've done little bits of balance and foot juggling and all this other stuff. So I'll let you know what we're doing today, which is a little bit of revision to a certain extent, to help get you guys prepared for when we do actually go back into the hub, because I'm excited for that. So the plan for today is we're going to do a bit of a warm-up. As always do your warm-up. Warm-ups are good, warm-ups are great. We'll do a little bit of handstands, because we should always do a little bit of handstands. We're going to roll around on the ground a little bit, by which I mean we're going to do some gentle tumbling. Nothing huge, it's going to be a little bit more movement based, but something to play with. And then we'll do a little bit of a stretch down because that's fine. If you missed it on front of the screen, you need to have space, ideally as much space as you can get, within reason. Don't run down to the park unless you really want to. Have your wall, of course, and some cushions or pillows aren't necessarily a bad idea either, just in case you manage to fall over. But look at that, there's no juggling today. Anyway, so I feel like we should get started, do a bit of a warm up, and all we're gonna do with that, we're just gonna come up. I'm just gonna go with some high knees, like a nice. So it's not high knees. I'm probably gonna do high knees to the side. So you're doing your weird little Irish dance. I'm just gonna bounce around here, nice and high. Try and pick up the ground with your feet as you go. Get those really nice pointed toes. You're gonna come to the middle, and then we're gonna alternate. So we're gonna go out and in, out, in. So you're like this weird little bug thing. Stop. I'm going to come on down, do a little bit of a rock, side to side. All the Tai Chi arms you want to do. Start rolling our shoulders in and through. Alright, a little bit of a shake. Take more of a twist into your upper body, get that spine moving. Try not to punch the wall like I just did. Alright, arms going to come in front of us and behind us. Just going to open that up a little bit. So it comes in front, behind. It's making a big old figure of 8. Hopefully this is working for you. You can go slow if you need to make your brain do the right thing. You can go to the other arm. So it comes down in front of you, goes down behind you. And we can try and do both arms at once. You look like some weird kind of windmill, but that's okay. That's okay. You can take it slow if you need to, or you can go fast. Alright, I'm going to come down a little bit lower to the ground this time. I'm going to go back into our nice little wide little squat. So I'm going to turn to the side, drop a knee to the ground, and then pick it back up. And we're trying to keep our hips the same height the whole time, right? So we're not going up and down. We're trying to keep our hips just here. Just going to keep turning. Wake up your hips. They want to be woken up. Last one. Gonna hang them down, shake your arms. We're just gonna reach forward, middle, and back. So in your initial swing, you're gonna reach forwards to the middle, and then behind, and we're gonna lift your arms up. So forward, middle, back, up. going to hang on out over on one leg. Just enjoying that there. And we're going to roll on over to the other leg, hang on out on top of that. We're going to lift ourselves up. It's like we're going to be holding this giant beach ball. You're rolling it around side to side. So it's super round, trying to hold this beach ball. Comes up to the side. Biggest, roundest beach ball you've ever seen. Oh, my back's sore. And then, bit of a shakeout. Alright. A little bit of water, because water's good for you, I found out. We're going to come on down onto our hands and knees. Just got a couple of quick happy cat cats. So happy cat, angry cat. And just roll from your hips to feel your spine start to move. And from the back, and it slowly pulls you up. And then it sinks down. Pulls you up. Sinks down. You can go for a little bit of disco cat. So you can go to the side, rolls up, rolls around. Disco cat is back in town. It's rolling around. And you can go the other way for the disco cat. It can be nice and slow, nice and fast, whatever you want to do. We're going to come to our plank, push it to our downward dog, and then rock into our plank. And back into our downward dog. We're going to do this 5 times, guys. Ooh, that's a nice little stretch. Alright, and once we're down downward dog, we're going to go for 5 shoulder blade push-up. So you're going to go down and up. Just shoulders sliding up and down your back. Just 5 of those. And we're going to rock forward to our plank. And we're going to do 5 here as well. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hope you guys are feeling pretty warm. I'm going to grab our wrists and do a little bit of a warm-up, because we want to start with our handstands. We're doing for time, we're doing okay for time. We're going to go into our roller coasters. Hope you guys have been working on your handstands. I'm very excited to see what they're like at the moment. We can go the other way. Alright. Going to have a hand straight in front of us, like you're going to shake someone's hand. It's going to come up and down. It's like a weird kind of handshake, so your hands are just doing this. Just a little bit of time. Some of you may be wondering where my beard's gone. It's because some others of you decided that it should go and raise some money for the hub. So now I'm out of a beard, and wait till you see Michael. We go in and out, so it's like opening and closing a gate. And then up and down. I've got a very clicky wrist at the moment. Alright, we'll do a little bit more of our wrist push-ups, because we should always be doing those for headstands, right? Always. So we're going to go into our nice little cat shape again. Our shoulders take overhand, so we're not leaning back and we're not like super far over. Just nice and straight. We're going to keep our fingers and thumbs on the ground, pushing in. We're going to push up and down for 10. And it should be controlled, so it's not a drop, it's just up and down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're just going to lift our thumbs up, but we're keeping our arms straight so our elbows don't bend. As always, it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hands up who bent their elbows in that one. Be serious. Be honest. I'm watching you. Figuratively speaking. We're going to lift the sides of our hands off the ground, so just up through here. So push them to our thumbs and our knuckles. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we're going to do our last one, just pushing all the way up to fingers. And watch this doesn't push you back for this one. We want to keep everything nice and stacked up and down. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll bring our hands just in together, so wrist to wrist, and do for a couple of slow circles. Be good to your wrists, guys. They're not like your feet. They're not usually meant for taking all of your weight, but that's what we're going to ask them to do anyway. So be good to them, because it's not really their job. Go the other way around. Alright, a little bit of a shakeout. Don't down me. We're good. Okay. Last thing we need to do is we need to wake up your belly, right? Because that's pretty important for your handstands. So what we're going to do for that is we're just going to go for 20 dish rocks on our back. That's all. Just 20. You've all done this before. I'm fairly certain. You're just going to be the boat. Be the boat, not the fish. You're just going to rock. Hands, feet, hands, feet. So, on the ground, ankles together, arms up by your head, and you're already making that dish shape, so you want your whole back on the ground. So your hips need to roll under, your belly button needs to pull into the ground, and your ribs need to slide down towards your hips. I'm just going to go for 20. 1, 2, that's 5. And that's halfway. It's not that bad at all, is it? '20's nothing. You guys are strong. You are all over this dish rock nonsense. You can do that for days. I believe in you. So we're going to go to the wall. We're going to do a little bit of handstand alignment drills. Then we're going to go over some handstands. And I want to see if we can get some freestanding handstands out of you guys. But I'll talk you through how to do that at home without a spot in a little bit. We're going to go to the wall and do our normal alignment drills. Same thing we normally do. So you want to come down to the wall. Ooh, not quite that close. You want to be able to push the wall away as much as you can. So your hands are flat against it. My fingertips are touching the ground. I'm trying to have this open as much as I can. I'm trying to lift my armpits up. It's like someone's got little strings attached to them, they're pulling them up to the roof. But if you see someone has armpit hair, don't pull it because that hurts. You're trying to have your back all around that same dish position. So your ribs are pulling down, but your hips tucking under, so there's that like roll under. And your belly button's trying to force itself down towards the ground. Everything wants to be nice and flat and pushed into the ground. Your arm's going to push the wall away, so you make these two little handprints. And we're just going to hold this shape for 10 seconds. So make sure your back's fully on the ground, your ankles are together, your toes are pointed. We're going to hold it for 10, 9, pushing away from the wall, 7, 6, keep your abs working, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Not so bad, right? We're now going to do our knee slides. We're going to go for 10 because you guys are strong and capable hand balancers. So same thing again, from hips up, nothing changes. Our butts are going to have to squeeze on the way back. So once we're here, we can't let our butts be passive. They're going to have to squeeze so your hips can stay tucked under. I'm going to go all the way to the end. In and out, and your heels stay on the ground. So 10 times, here we go. That's all it needs to be. It's 1. Make sure your back stays on the ground. 2, 3, 4, and that's halfway. Make sure you're still breathing. Keep pushing the wall away. Keep your back on the ground, keep your ribs in, keep your ankles together. And the last one, it's not so bad. It's not so bad. You can give it a little bit of a break. Your core should be working pretty hard at this point. So what we're going to be doing is our little leg lifts. And they don't have to be super high. They don't have to be all the way, up and down. But they can just be like here, or if you're feeling stronger, they might be a little bit lower, like here. We're just doing 10, so the whole body position stays the same as always, and it's just your legs that are going up and down. You're always pushing the wall away. So we're going to go for 10. You go 1, 2, 3, keep your back foot on the ground, and that's halfway. 7, 8, 9, and 10. It's not so bad at all now, is it? We're now going to do our 3 sets of 10 seconds on the wall. Super quick, we're going to get through this super fast. So we can get into a little bit of a freestanding handstand, but we want to actually get on our hands at this point, don't we? And the answer to that is yes. Yes, we do. So I'm just going to retime my hair up so it's not going to get in my face when I go upside down, because that would be a shame. But while I do, how's your day going? We having a good time? Alright. And we are ready, folks. Just 10 seconds on the wall. You can cartwheel up if you've got enough space for that. You can just walk up if that's all you've got. Whatever you want to do. But the goal is to get our hands nice and close to the wall, stay nice and straight. So that same body shape, all that core is pulling in. Where we go, 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, too close. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I'll just stay up a little bit longer because I fell out. And it's fine to fall out. I just got a little bit too close to the wall for my balance point this morning. And that's okay. We are going to do it again though. So give your wrist a little bit of shake, a little bit of up and down. We're just going to go straight back up and just do the same thing, just another 10 seconds. That's all. And away we go. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Push the wall away. The floor away, sorry. 9 and 10. So when we're doing our drills on the ground, I'm telling you to keep pushing the wall away. Same thing here, but you're going to push the ground away, not the wall. You want to stay by the wall. The wall is your friend, okay? And the reason I'm saying is, if you're here and your arms aren't pushing, the next closest thing to the ground is your noggin, and your head is an important piece of equipment. You want to keep it safe. So that's it. We've only got one more set to do, and that's it. So 10 seconds on the wall. Here we go. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. It's not too bad, right? Not too bad at all. We're doing time. We're doing okay for time. We're doing okay for time. So what I want to do now is we could be doing our kick-ups away from the wall, which is always well and good. And if you're right, you can do them facing into the wall. So if you fall over, you're going to just hit the wall. But instead of just going out for a float this time, I want you to try and hold it. See if we can get a little bit of a free balance going on. And if you're scared about going over and you don't want to forward roll, or you're not happy cartwheeling out, which is totally fine. That is a-okay. Not everyone's there. More than happy. You can go into the wall. So what I mean by that is I could go up. Okay, no, click the light. I could go up this way, and then if I go too far, I can just stay on the wall. But my goal is to not touch the wall. Yeah. The whole goal of this is to start trying to find that balance for yourself. So we're going to go for 5 kick-ups on each leg, and if you can float, stay longer. If you just get up and the kick doesn't work, that is a-okay. Actually, I take it doesn't even have to be 5. We're just going to do it for a couple minutes, so it's as many times as you can get up in that time. So whatever that means to you, whether that's going to be up and you're like, no, that's me, and down, That's okay. It's fine. It's good. But if you're going to get up and stay, then you can just stay there for a little bit before you come down. So we can just play a little bit with that, and make sure you try your off leg as well, which is always going to go super well. It does not go super well. So just playing around with that balance, seeing where it gets you, basically. Because that's always the most important thing, is to try it and see how that's going to go. So say another 2 minutes. Just another 2 minutes of handstands, and then we'll roll around the floor like some maniacs. So I don't necessarily mind how you get into it. You can start here like I normally tell you to. You can start with your hands on the ground. You can backflip it, don't backflip into it. And again, if you're doing it by the wall, that is okay. Your whole goal when you're doing it into the wall, though, is to not touch the wall. It's just there to save you. It's your friend, but it's a friend that wants you to be able to do well on your own. So it's a supportive friend. So even if you're kicking up into it, your goal is not to hit the wall. I'd much rather you fall back down close to your feet, but the wall's there for safety. After that, grab some water, folks. And when I mean rolling around on the floor earlier on, that is, yeah, it's not going to be the most hardcore tumbling session we can do. I don't know what sort of space it up, and if you want to grab some cushions or pillows to make it a little bit softer on the ground, be my guest, go grab some. If you've got like a spare mattress, then that would be, actually like a spare mattress would be pretty ideal. But we just want to start off with some shoulder rolls. So backwards shoulder rolls, I know we've done these in the past, we do them a lot at the hub, but they're just good, and I'm not sure how many of you have been doing these. So if you've never done one before, you know, lie on your back. I don't have quite enough room to show you all of this, but my arms are out in a T. So they're not going to be up here and they're not down here, they're just directly out to either side. And I'm going to make my head, my ear is going to go to my shoulder, but I want to keep looking at the roof. So if I'm on the ground like this, I'm not going to do this, I don't want to look at my shoulder, I want to keep looking at the roof, I'm just going to bring my ear to the ground. You see how much space that makes here? There is a head, there is no head. That's what you're trying to do. Whereas if I do this, you see how there's still, like, my head's still blocking that space? Which is why we really want to be doing that. So it's really, really ear to shoulder. This part, not this part, that's your face. From there, it's ideally better to start with long legs, but because we're running out of space, I'm going to do tucked legs. So my ear is on my shoulder and I'm looking at the roof. I'm going to bring my knees to my chest and I'm going to try and bring them over to the other side of my head until my feet can come down. So what's happening there is if my head's this side, I'm trying to bring my knees here, because here's where the space. If I bring them here, I'm going to knee myself in the face, and that's not the most fun thing to do in the world. So the idea is that you bring them to the opposite side, so you're bringing them to here. I'll go the other way, actually, so you can see what I mean. So here, my head's on my shoulder, and my knees are coming over and over, oh, and I'm rolling over my shoulder at that point. So can you see how that ends up on the ground? My head's to the side. That's really, really what we're chasing there. If you can already do these, you can try doing them with straight legs out to like a slide finish. I can attempt to show you, but the room is not the most conducive to this. So we'll see. I still have to start tucked because the wall is a thing. But as I come over, my feet can come down, I can slide. So have a go. Take some videos, send them through to me. Be like, Aiden, is this the best backwards shoulder roll you've ever seen? In which case I'll say, there is an excellent chance it might be. You'll be, Aiden, why is this not working for me? Send me a video. But please send me videos. How are we doing for time? We don't have time. So backwards shoulder, try both sides, so head on one side, head on the other. And quick quiz time, if my head's this side, where do my knees go? This side, the other side, yeah? This is where the space is. If my head's this side, they're going to go here. Keeping them tucked is going to be a little bit easier, but once you're there, you can extend your legs out to help tip that weight. And I'm pushing into the ground with my hands. It's probably a pretty big thing to point out. If they're just sort of like floppy and not really doing anything, I'm going to fall over to each side. They're there to help keep me stable, so I do come all the way up over the top. So once more, to have a quick look at that. My hands are on the ground, and I'm pushing into them as I go. So I can push, 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 push. I can come on up. So, if you guys are feeling super chill with that one, and I've done this in class with a couple of people, we can try the reverse. If you're still not comfortable with it, keep chilling on your backwards shoulder rolls. Make sure they are comfortable and approachable, and you are just happy. But the forward shoulder roll is like the same thing but in reverse, and it's a little bit of a mind game sometimes. So you're going to start kneeling, how you finished your backwards shoulder roll. What's going to happen is you're going to bring your body forward, and you can try and bring one shoulder to the ground. So your face is like, so if I go to the side, I'm going to hit a wall. This is all for you, folks. I'm going to come down, and it's like my face is kind of smushed to the ground, but I'm really, really trying to drive this shoulder. So if I was doing it the other side, you see how my shoulder's on the ground? I'm not just... My face is turned. My face is already on my shoulder, just like you do in your backwards shoulder roll. From here, I'm going to straighten my legs and try and get my hips up. And as I do, I roll my head around to being flat, and I can finish the roll. But ideally, with flat. Beautiful straight legs. I'll do it again because I understand, like, this one's confusing. A lot of times you'll be like there and your face will just be smushed in, and you won't understand how to go. But the way when you think about it is it's a slow process. It's not a wabang. It's as you push your legs up, you're going to roll your head back under. So there's two main shapes you're going through. The first one is your starting shape, like this. And the other one is your secondary shape, which is here. So as I come over, this would be me finishing my backwards shoulder roll. As I come forward, I'm bringing over onto both my shoulders here, so then I can finish my roll. It's the kind of thing this one's a knacky one, and this is the one where I would very much encourage you to send some videos or jump in on the kids' Zoom class, man. Then I can actually watch you do it in real time and help you. It'd be amazing. I'd be so stoked. But that's something just to have a play with and see where that's gonna. It is kind of knacky. But when it makes sense, it makes sense. So, which is good. Try both sides, and if you need to go back just to your regular rolled backwards shoulder roll, start getting the idea of it. Or if you do a backwards shoulder straight into a forward shoulder roll, so you go backwards, forwards, and see if you can just replicate that in the opposite direction. A little bit of water as required. This room gets so damn warm. It's all on my moustache. So have another couple of goes. And the final one I want to look at is if your backwards shoulder rolls are good. And by which I mean is you are comfortable doing them. I know I've done this with a couple of kids' classes, but you can do what's called a fish roll or a fish flop. And these look cool because they go straight into your worm. And you guys know how much I love my worms. So what's going to happen there is basically as you do your backwards shoulder roll, you're going to kick up with your feet and try and arch your back. And this is one where I would get your cushions out, get your mattress out, go on something soft. So it's as you sort of roll over, you're going to kick up. Instead of driving your feet, you're going to kick up to the roof and let your chest roll to be the first thing to touch the ground. I'm going to do my very best to give you an attempt to show you what that looks like as much as I possibly can in this kind of small space. So I can still start on the ground, that is fine. I'm going to pick which side my head goes because this one's a little bit of speed to it. My arms are still going to be out to the side. I kick up and I arch. I'm very worried about kicking the light. So you saw one of my legs kicked up and one of them drove to the ground because I was worried about hitting the light. But we can try it again. So as I go back, I kick up. You see how I bring my hands back to help control that descent. So I'm not just leaving them out there, otherwise I'm going to roll and fall flat. But I am trying to, like, as I come down, control that with my hands. Get something that's soft to try this. You can try and do it a little bit slower with just one leg. So as you kick up, one leg kicks up, one leg keeps going down. Same way I did from the start. So I can come back, I can kick one leg up. And you see how that forces me to arch and roll? That's what we're going to start with. So it's same as before. I'm going to start down, I come over, I kick one leg up, and my hands come and push into the ground. Because from here, you know what happens from here? As I come up, I push, and I worm. It's cool, right? That's for something if you guys are already, if you are so comfortable with your backward shoulder rolls. So the whole goal of that is not necessarily to injure yourself. One leg down, and then once that's feeling easy, then you might try and push for two. It looks really nice if you've got a really bendy lower back. It's just kind of flowy. Yeah, be careful with that one. Work on just doing your forwards, work on doing your backwards, and then maybe once it's all together, have a go at those. So we are starting to run out of time a little bit. So we are going to have to do a little bit of a stretch down. But as always, throw some videos out. I want to see where you guys are going with this. It's cool. I really enjoy this stuff. So hashtag Circus Community on Instagram. Do the kids use that these days? I don't know. I'm too old. We've got our community site on the website. We're going to be back open for classes soon. I'm so excited. Oh, it's going to be so good to get back to it. But come check us out with that. We can actually take you through the stuff in person and teach you some more advanced stuff that we're not comfortable teaching over the net. Yeah, man, I'm excited. Come back and say hello. Also, thanks to those of you who did donate for the telethon, because I recognise a fair few names going out there, and it's really hard. Anyway, let's stretch down. Am I right? So what we're going to do is we're going to come to a bit of a semi-lunge. So we've got, tell you what, I'll go this way so you can actually see me. I've got my knee stacked above my hip, above my knee. One leg's going to be forward. I'm just going to lean forward. I'm trying to keep my back flat so I'm not hunched down. I'm just going to lean forward. I've got a wall to help support me because the wall is my friend. I'm just going to get that nice bit of a stretch down here. I'm trying to keep my toes pointed for now. I'm just going to hang out here for a little bit and stretch out our pike. And then we can flex our feet. Just feel how that changes that kind of stretch. I'm just going to rock between point and flex. Oh, that's a nice little stretch. Then we can turn around and we can do the other leg. So we're going to still stack our hip above our knee. Our leg goes straight in front. We're just starting off with that nice, gentle, straight leg. We just hang out there. Just enjoying that, and then we're going to alternate between our flex and our point. Still trying to keep our back flat. So we haven't done this in a while, but we're going to go into our frog stretch. So you want your feet directly behind your knees, and your knees are directly up to the side of your hips. And we're just going to hang out here, and you can just try and sink into it and enjoy. because we didn't stretch our middle splits last time. And I feel like that is a mistake, because middle splits are important. And take it from me, the guy who doesn't have them, because I keep seeing people doing like, damn, I want that. I'm just going to hang out here for a little bit. You can rock forward and back a little with your hips, but you want to make sure that generally you're staying more or less in line with your knees. So you're not all the way forward, because that's not really stretching them, and you're also not all the way back, because that's not stretching them the same way either. Mostly out just to the side. Just going to dangle out here for a little bit. My hips feel very unhappy with me. That is okay. We're going to come on up. One leg's going to go straight out to the side. We're not going to do full middle splits today, folks, don't worry. But we are going to do a little bit of prep for them. So this should be in line with my knee, yeah? It shouldn't be behind me, it shouldn't be off to the, in front of me. It wants to be nice and we should get a bit more of a stretch down through here. Just because we can, and we're strong, smart people. Just enjoy it. And then we can swap to the other leg. So make sure it's going to be in the same place. Just out to the side. And enjoy that stretch. It's just a good time. We're gonna finish that one up. I'm gonna come over into another one for our hips, because I think the hip stretching is very important. So one of our legs is placed in front of us, so it's going to be parallel. So it's not pulled in like you would for sitting cross-legged. It's going to be out flat. Your other foot is going to go on top of your knee. So you want your other knee directly above that foot. So this one doesn't want to be here. This foot wants to be fully on that knee, yeah? From here you can make sure this bottom leg doesn't sink in, because that's going to take some of the stretch away. It's going to be up, and you're just going to lean forward a little bit. You should get it a little down through like your side butt. Ooh, that is some tight hips. Oh, I should do this more often. You just sort of chill out here. If you need to, you can put a little bit of weight in here. Just keep checking that your legs are parallel to each other the whole time. You can try and lean forward a little bit as well. It gives you a little bit more. Let me just hang out here for a little bit. Not for too long, because I am conscious of time. So we better switch to the other leg. So one leg flat on the ground and the other foot on top of that knee, remember? Make sure they're both directly in front of you. So knee above feet, feet on knee, and just sit here and enjoy. Hope you guys can enjoy level 2 on Thursday. Be careful. Wash your dang hands. But, you know, it's going to be good. We get to be back to the hub. Oh my god. Oh, I've missed it. I've missed it a lot. Drop a comment. Tell me what you've missed most during this whole lockdown. What are you most looking forward to in level 2? Which means being careful, right? If one of you writes and says, I'm looking forward to getting together with a bunch of my friends, say more than 10, I'll be like, oi, stop that. But I feel like it's looking, you know, I want to see my friend down the road and we're going to go and be together in a group of 2 people. Love it. If you're looking forward to coming back to the hub, let me know. Which train are you most looking forward to come back and see? Oh, but there's a whole bunch of these questions, and I need to know the answers. But that is us for today. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm aware it's not. The space has been hard for me to demonstrate stuff. But the hub though. But anyway, so that has been me for Kids Circus this Tuesday. So I will see you guys later.